Tales of Veldrith, written and produced by Matty Taylor. Episode 9, The Sentinel, Chapter 6, The Gathering Storm. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over Jorvik as the city's defences were hastily fortified. Vestinus and Eira stood atop the city walls, observing the preparations below. The air was thick with tension, the weight of impending conflict pressing down on the inhabitants.
The council has mobilized the city guard.
Eira noted, her sharp eyes scanning the bustling streets.
But will it be enough?
Vestinus sighed, his crimson skin catching the last rays of daylight.
The Heralds of Arawn are cunning and relentless. We must anticipate their moves and strike before they can complete their rituals.
A messenger approached, breathless.
Master Vestinus, Lady Eira, we've received reports of unusual activity near the old temple ruins to the east. Villagers have spotted robed figures gathering at dusk.
Eira's jaw tightened.
It must be another ritual site. We can't let them proceed.
Vestinus nodded.
Assemble a team. We move at once.
Under the cover of night, Vestinus, Eira, and a small contingent of city guards approached the ancient temple ruins. The structure stood silent and foreboding, its once grand pillars now crumbling and overgrown with ivy. Faint chanting echoed from within, sending a chill down their spines.
Remember,
Vestinus whispered,
our goal is to disrupt the ritual and capture any cultists for interrogation. No unnecessary risks.
The group nodded, weapons at the ready. They advanced cautiously, the moonlight casting eerie patterns through the broken roof. As they entered the main chamber, they were met with a disturbing sight. A circle of robed figures surrounded an altar upon which lay a young woman, bound and unconscious. The cultists chanted in a guttural language, their voices rising in intensity. At the head of the altar stood a figure in a mask resembling a stag's skull, holding a ceremonial dagger aloft.
Now,
Vestinus commanded. The guard surged forward, weapons clashing with the cultists. Eira moved with lethal grace, her blades finding their marks with precision. Vestinus focused on the masked leader, their eyes locking across the chaos.
You cannot stop the inevitable.
The leader hissed, his voice echoing unnaturally.
Arawn's return is at hand.
Vestinus advanced, his sword glowing with arcane energy.
not while I still draw breath.
Their blades met with a resounding clash, sparks flying. The leader moved with unnatural speed, his strikes fueled by dark magic. But Vestinus countered with centuries of experience, his movements fluid and precise. As their duel intensified, the ritual circle began to glow ominously. The air crackled with energy, and a low hum resonated through the chamber. Vestinus realized with horror that the ritual was nearing completion, despite their intervention.
Eira!
He shouted over the din.
The circle! Disrupt it!
Eira nodded, breaking away from her fight and sprinting toward the glowing symbols etched into the floor. With swift, deliberate movements, she began to scuff and erase the markings, her actions causing the glow to flicker and wane. The leader snarled, sensing the ritual's disruption. He unleashed a wave of dark energy, forcing Vestinus back.
You meddle in forces beyond your comprehension.
Vestinus steadied himself, his eyes blazing.
And you underestimate the strength of those who fight for the living.
With a surge of power, Vestinus channeled his energy into his blade, striking the leader with a decisive blow. The cultist staggered, dark energy dissipating as he collapsed to the ground. The remaining cultists, seeing their leader fall and the ritual disrupted, fled into the night. The chamber fell silent, save for the laboured breathing of the guards and the crackling of extinguished energy. Eira approached Vestinus, wiping blood from her blade.
We stopped them this time, but they'll regroup.
Vestinus nodded, his expression resolute.
Then we'll be ready. Jorvik will not fall to the shadows.
As dawn approached, they escorted the rescued woman back to the city, the weight of their task heavy upon their shoulders. The battle was far from over, but they had won a crucial victory, and with each step, their resolve to protect their home from the encroaching darkness grew stronger. Tales of Veldrith is brought to you by Metal and Magic, purveyors of Celtic and Viking-inspired casual jewellery. Visit metalandmagic.com. That's Metal and Magic with a CK.com.